Hello everybody, it's back again, another video. Alright guys, today's video is gonna be about the comment that I read from Nick Kyrgios a couple of days ago. You probably, most likely, majority of you guys have maybe also have read his comment that he said. And I was thinking with Nick Kyrgios. I've not done many videos about Nick Kyrgios. He's a bad boy of the tennis. He's very, very talented. He has a lot of tools in his box. Big serve, pretty good forehand, decent backhand, decent returns. Maybe not the best mobility on the court. He's not any speed demon. Anyway, he has a big game, and the 2022 season, according to me, was his best season in his career. He played his first ever Grand Slam final in Wimbledon, which he lost against a very, very good Novak Djokovic in 4 tight sets. Anyway, Nick Kyrgios, do I agree with his comment where he said a couple of days ago, if you win a tournament and you have not faced Novak Djokovic, you somehow feel that you have not played a real tournament, something like that. This is, look, let's rewind the time back in time. First a couple of years ago, these two had some kind of a beef. Nick Kyrgios was not the biggest fan of Novak Djokovic. I don't know. I remember he was not calling Novak. He said that Novak cannot be the GOAT. If you don't beat me, you cannot be the GOAT, because we all know that the first 2 matches that these two played against each other, Nick Kyrgios won both of them. I believe that both of those 2 encounters was back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So it was 5 years ago. Both of those 2 encounters was in that year, 2017, which Nick Kyrgios defeated Djokovic. So, and it was back then, that 5 years ago, that Nick Kyrgios was attacking Djokovic and said he cannot be the GOAT. He's not defeated me. He is so obsessed being liked. He does everything to be liked. He was attacking Novak, to say the least, Nick Kyrgios. And then we had that match earlier this year at Wimbledon, in that Wimbledon final, where Djokovic defeated Nick Kyrgios and was just giving him a lot of credit after the match. And Nick Kyrgios was like, he was feeling like a 15 years old girl, and was feeling really good about all that praise that Djokovic gave him. Of course, Nick gave Djokovic the same thing. He gave Djokovic exactly the same kind of a praise and credit. After that, the bromance started between these two. And after that, it has been like Djokovic and Nick Kyrgios has been more or less dating each other. They've talked so good about each other. It has just, I get it. I'm not against getting along. I'm not against talking good about each other. I'm not against respecting each other. Fine. I completely love that. But to go this far like Nick are doing now, to exaggerate this much like Nick Kyrgios are doing now, to push the kissing the ass button like Nick Kyrgios is doing now, I can't take it anymore. It is enough. If you win a tournament, you have not faced Novak Djokovic, it feels not like a real tournament. Like Nick said a couple of days ago. Are you nuts, Nick Kyrgios? So those guys who won a tournament in their careers and they didn't face Novak Djokovic, they are not worthy winner. And is it that what you are saying, Nick Kyrgios? Is it that what you are saying, Nick Kyrgios? That those dudes who has won a tennis tournament and they have not faced Novak Djokovic, they are not worthy winners. Even those who has been in the same draw as Novak, but Novak has been defeated from somebody else, and the other dude has gone and won the tournament, like for instance Andrei Rublev. He won Dubai. Djokovic was in that tournament, but he lost against Vesely. Rublev defeated Vesely in the final. Or like Davidovich Fokina, he defeated Novak in Monte Carlo. Earlier this year, I'm talking. What happened for he defeated Djokovic in an early round in Monte Carlo. David Fokina went through all the way to the final and lost the final against Stefan Tsitsipas. So Rublev, Tsitsipas, they are not worthy winner according to Nick Kyrgios, because neither of these two defeated Novak Djokovic in their tournament wins, even though Djokovic was in the draw. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting my point, my tennis friends all around the world, from Nick Kyrgios? Look guys, you have followed my channel. You know that this channel is about expressing your honest feeling. This channel is about telling what is in your heart. I'm not saying that you guys all need to agree with everything I say. Absolutely not. I'm not here for that purpose. I'm not here to say to you guys, agree with everything I say. No. All I want is we need to be as objective and honest as possible. Just because you don't defeat Novak Djokovic in your way in a tournament title that you win, that doesn't mean that that title doesn't feel real. Especially if Djokovic is in the draw. If Djokovic is not in the draw, then maybe I can agree to Nick Kyrgios to some extent. But if Djokovic is in the draw, like he was in Dubai earlier this year, like he was in Monte Carlo earlier this year, and he lost in those two tournaments, in Dubai against Vesely, in Monte Carlo against David Fokina, and the Dubai tournament Rublev won, and Monte Carlo tournament Tsitsipas won, that doesn't mean that Rublev and Tsitsipas are not worthy winner. Or Nick Kyrgios high? Is he drunk? I don't know what the hell is wrong with the dude. I love his game style. I think he's good for the game. I really think. I love his honesty. I really do. He's not fake, especially on his interviews. He doesn't speak just to make his words sound good in front of the camera like many other dudes do. He just doesn't do it. When reporters ask him questions, he's brutal honest. I love that style of him. But to kiss ass like this, to push the kissing ass button against Novak Djokovic like he's doing now, that is ridiculous. I get it, Nick. You have left that beef behind you like you had against Djokovic. You used to hate the guy 4 or 5 years ago. Now you are crazy in love with the guy. I respect that. All fine to me, but don't come here and make these ridiculous comments that if you don't defeat Novak Djokovic in a tournament, it feels like it's kind of that tournament is not for real. That is ridiculous statement. That is ridiculous comments, which I definitely don't agree. If you win a tennis tournament, Djokovic is there or not, especially if he's there and he has been defeated from somebody else, dude, you are definitely a worthy winner. Absolutely. It is not Rublev's fault. It is not Tsitsipas' fault that Djokovic lost against David Fokina in Monte Carlo, that Djokovic lost against Vesely in Dubai. It is definitely not those two dudes' fault. They won those tournaments fair and square, and they were the deserved winner. So these kind of comments from Nick Kyrgios is just ridiculous. When I read this, and I just needed to express my feeling, I just needed to come out in the camera and say my feelings and say my opinion. I definitely don't agree with Nick Kyrgios. This is a ridiculous statement. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and next time. Peace.